Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Airy Sky Realty's video blog. Some of you ask me all the time, why do you go live? Because that's how I like to run things, not offline. A lot of people say, well, isn't live you go rambling? Yes, but today, my name is Fleet Admiral Krabby McCoffee, and I'm your host tonight. We're going to be doing a little online lesson for everyone here, including Brother Higgins. Yes, I think you guys are going to find this to be a very interesting video on pricing. Why pricings are the way they are, a small history. Now, shall we get to it? So as I was looking and listening on the radio, yes, the radio. This is a cellular-based radio, goes nationwide. Very cheap to run, cheap, efficient. It's easier to do it this way. We're going to talk about pricing. I came across this. I sent it to Chloe. I sent it to Zoe. So basically, it's going to talk about pricing, okay? Now, back in 1929, when the Consumer Index was put together, pretty much, people are saying, well, we're paying too much at the pump, for gas. Well, let me just say, in the 1970s, the OPEC started out. And OPEC wanted more money for oil. They figured oil was more of a commodity, and the Arabs got together, made a deal, and said, okay, well, you want our oil? You're going to pay what we want barrel-wise, right? So crude oil is easy to basically do. So, for example, you may buy gasoline, 55 gallons may cost you $150, $200, right? Maybe $300, $400, right? Anyways, Higgins, if he's watching this, oh, well, you're completely wrong. Actually, you do the math. If you take 55-gallon drum of oil and convert it into gasoline, and then take that gasoline from your own pump, put it into your car, it's whatever it is currently at the gas pump, okay? Like right now, it's $3.41. So let's just do it this way. I'm going to grab my tablet real quick here. We're going to do a quick math equation here. On my tablet here, I was reading the Bible, by the way, and I decided, you know what? I think I want to do this lesson real quick for you guys on history of what happened and why it happened. So before we start, let's just go over to the calculator. I'm trying to do this professionally. So you go $3.41 times 55. So you're paying $188 for 55 gallons of fuel. But how much does it really cost to refine that per barrel? Don't know. Maybe we'll figure that one out later. Okay, but this lesson's about fuel, consumer price index, and why pricing is so high. Okay, up to the 1950s, a lot of things were made in America. For one, a lot of companies would make their items in the country. Yeah. Now, for example, there's artisans that make artisan goods. All right. So from 1929, okay, this comparing to $2002. Okay. In 1929, a gallon of gas was 21 cents. No, we're not going to get 21 cents. And it was $3.59 in today's 2002 pricing. Remember, we're going off a 2002 price index. Okay. Now, in 1930, it was 20 cents a gallon. 1931, which was the Great Depression time, 17 cents. And 32, it was 18 cents. 33, 18 cents. 34, 19 cents. 35, 19 cents, 36, 19 cents. So from 1937 to 1938, it was 20 cents. From 1939, it went to 19 cents. 1940, it was 18 cents. So think of it. We're already at 1940, and it was 18 cents. Now you're wondering, well, that's cool. Well, what happened to 1941? Now, 1941 was 19 cents. 1942, 20 cents. So it fluctuated a cent per year, that average. 1942, 20 cents. 1943, 21, 44, 21, 45, 46, 21. 1947, right after the war, and some things were getting better and man was making babies, it was 25 cents a gallon for gas. Yeah. Which a lot of people didn't have large gas tanks back then, so it was fine for the time. They didn't have fuel-efficient cars. So 1948, 26 cents, and it went up. 49 and 50 and 51, 52 was 27 cents. So we're now at 1952 during the Truman eras which was 27 cents a gallon. Then it went to 29 cents from 53 to 55. Then it went from 30 cents and 56, 31 cents and 31, 30 cents and 58, 31 cents 59, 1960, 62, 63, or 60, yeah, up to 62 was 31 cents. And it was 30 cents from 63 to 64. Then it goes to 31 cents and 65, 32 cents and 66, 33 cents and 67. So 1967, your gas was 32 cents a gallon. Yeah. Then in 67 is 33, then 68, 34, 69, 35, 70, 36. So 1970 to 1972, during the gas crisis coming out, was 36 cents a gallon. Now remember, they were back in the day, they were charging by the barrel. Okay. Then you have 1973, which was a whopping, again, 37 cents. Or hold on. 1974, gas went up 20 cents a gallon to 59 cents, and 75.57, 76.59, 77.62 started going up 63 in 1978. 1979 was 86 cents. Now, a lot of kids these days that voted and that see the Christmas movie Die Hard, they want their gas to be 77 cents a gallon. You see where I'm fluctuating? It starts going up because the price of inflation and the price of problems during the world. Now, the article, we're only 20% into this article. I'm not going to go through this chart a second time, but it goes like this. From 1980, there's $1.19, 81, 31, 82, $1.22, $83, $16, $84, $13, $85, $1.12. And then inflation hit the mid 80s and it was 86 cents. Then 1987, 1988, it was at 90 cents and it was $1 a gallon. And then once everything peaked up in 1990, it was $1.15, then $1.14, then $1.15, then $11, $11.15. And then in 1996, it was $1.23, $1.23.97, then $1.06 and 98. 99, it was $1.17. 1998, $1.17. 2000, oh no, 99 was $1.17. 2000, $1.51. 2001, $1.46. 2002, $1.56 per gallon. Now in Australia, they charge per the liter for petrol. So it might have equaled out to about a US gallon anyways. So anyways, $1.59 in 2003, $1.88, so it went up to 30 cents, give or take, 2004. Then it went to 50 cents more in 2005. Then it went to $2.59 in 2006, $2.80 in 2007. Then it went to $3.27 average in 2008. Then it went to $2.35 in average in 2009. $2.79 in 2010, $3.55 in 2011, $3.64 in 2012. I remember those pricing. $3.55 in 2013, $3.57. 2015, it went down to $2.45, $2.14, $2.42, $2.72, $2.60. So $2.60 under Donald Trump. 217, 301. The invasion, now gas is averaging about $4.90 a gallon, give or take. But right now it's showing us at $3.41. Now, back in the day, back in 2000, this is one of my favorite things to tell you, right? So back in the day in 2000, right, there is a consumer index for food. Now, so basically it says they said from 2012, 22, it averages why gas went up, It says we might deny it, we might try to diminish it, but its importance, we might not like it. But the fact is gas prices are intrinsically linked with the overall economy in the U.S. and have been for decades. There you go. Oil guts, oil gluts and crisis consistently correlate with economic prosperity and recession, especially looking through the lens of inflation. Consumers in 2002 price index have seen a dramatic increase in gas prices due to several factors, including inflation, recovery from COVID-19 pandemic, Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The invasion led the U.S. and many allied countries to impose sanctions against Russia and raise the price of fuel, including the European Union implementing a ban on Russian oil and gas prices in 2002 surged to the highest rate in about 40 years, which has significantly impacted the wallets of people around the world. Tidal Max team took out the gas price of the U.S., much gallon of gas through the years, as well as how much it would cost today and counting current inflation. We already read you that. I don't need to go through this board again. So we're only about 50%. Now, they have some other things that's interesting. Bad prices are rising, all right. The most famous and impactful shock to the oil economy that often spoken about is the energy crisis of the 70s. OPEC, the Organization of Arab Petroleum Export Countries, shattered policymakers' assumptions about their reliance on American trade, and price shot up from $3 to 12 gallons a barrel at that time. That's pretty expensive, but shall we continue? The average American driver went from paying $36 per gallon at the pump in 1970, which is equal to about $2.70 per gallon in 2022, in today's dollars, to $1.19 per gallon in 1980, which is equivalent to about $4.25 per gallon today. In the late 70s and early 80s, there was a massive global recession. Unemployment spiked from 9% from 5.1 to 75. In 1982, it reached a peak of 10.8%, the highest rate since the Great Depression. Banks and loan companies struggled to get a handle on the economy. Reagan's recession also affected other countries like Japan, which suffered a great deal during the time, and families suffered a huge homelessness problem, which isn't fixed today again. Bad times today. We're currently experiencing some of the highest gas prices in the U.S. history, with the average gas costing $4.90 currently. And inflation has caused a surge in pricing for many things, including gas, groceries, and travel. Thank God I don't travel much, right? Groceries, well, that's where you can change your course and go to Costco or Sam's Club. High gas prices have not only impacted the wallet of the average American driver, but also the truck drivers who deliver goods to towns around the country. That is true. High gas prices increase the price of common goods for many Americans need due to transportation costs. While gas prices are currently rising, let's not forget the very intense and rapid price increase before 2009 recession. Even our most chaotic pricing jumps from past decades pale in comparison to the increase from 2002 to 2008, when gas prices climbed steadily and dramatically until the recession. While Lehman Brothers and the housing market crashed, were much more to blame for the collapse. The spike in gas prices didn't help bread and milk experience sharp increases in price. Yeah, you got to remember, bread and milk come by truck, basically. They don't put them on an airplane. But some of these companies, if you didn't know, to have factories like, for example, if you look at Oro Wheat, the bread may be coming from, for example, this bread here. Comes from somewhere, right? So if you look at the package, it'll say something like Oro Wheat's from Bimbo Bakeries out of Pennsylvania. You see, Pennsylvania, my friends. Yes. So the bread's from Pennsylvania. They bake it, they load it up. It could be the main headquarters in Pennsylvania, but they may have a bakery in Washington or Oregon or California. It's closer, and they load it on a truck and bring it to us. So anyways, it says here, even though I posted some kid jump from past decades compared to well, Lehman, oh yeah, okay, great, yeah, well, Lehman Brothers housing market made much to blame for the collapse, spike in gas price and help bread and milk, yeah. 2008 employment rate jumped to 10 permanent highs in the 1980s. The Great Recession nearly caused a collapse of countries, almost spiraled into massive global depression, which would have been much worse considering how closely world economics are now linked in 2022 over this. And it says earthquakes and lightning. What's important to remember is that every time there's a sharp increase in oil prices, it also affects people's lives. High oil prices have a negative impact on retailers. That's true. The auto industry, public transportation, groceries, employees, raises, new jobs, unemployment, the economy, overall high oil prices caused chaos. But why didn't the situation keep spiraling in 2012 when oil prices shot higher than literally ever before in the U.S.? It's hard to say, but some things are different now. We still depend on a great deal on foreign oil every day, but now our cars are more fuel efficient. The current goal is to reach 40 miles per gallon as a target fuel economy for vehicles by 2026. Wow. Hopefully, this will make us less dependent on oil so that prices variations won't cause major global collapse in 1980 and 2008. Trouble of the way. We are breaking the ties of the oil prices on the U.S. economy. We're not out of the woods yet. These two tumultuous decades should be informed the car and energy industries and they have, but not quickly enough, not in the ways we'd like. As we neared an economic crisis in 2009, oil companies wisely scrambled for new places to find cheap gas. And finding new energy sources. We've been getting more oil locally, which is in limited supply. The focus turned to natural gas, another limited energy source. We bailed out the car companies that have been slow to adapt and create alternative fuel engines. Legislation tends to be rougher on newcomers like Tesla and renewable energy companies that have a hard time getting funding. In the eyes of some economists, there's a bad moon on the rise. Yeah, then talks about the average fuel pricing here, and then at the bottom talks about one of the is this the price of milk and stuff here? Price of bread. Yes, I like the price. Is this the price of milk or the price of bread up here? Let me see here. It says, yeah, that's the gas price. It talks again about third time it talks about the gas price index from 1929. Now bread, they only started in 2000. So a loaf of bread. The average pound of bread per pound is 93 cents. So if you take 93, most breads are 2-pound loaves. So in 2001, it was $1 a loaf. Then it goes 2002, $1.02. Then 2003, $1. Then 2004, 97. 2005, $1.04. Then 2006, as you can see, it spiked down and then spiked up. 2006, $1.08. 2007, $1.21. 2008, $1.37. 09, 39, 10, and 10, $1.37, dropped again. 2011, $1.44, $1.42 a pound for bread in 2012, $1.41, $1.40, $1.37, $1.33. In 2002, it was $1.59. So it just keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down until it locks into higher pricing, and they claim it's whatever. And then the average gallon of milk is $2.78 in 2000. I remember in the 80s it was at 99 cents a gallon. Now, $2.78 because farmers have to offset the grain. But anyways, it's $2.78. And then it started going, it was 10 cents up, then 10 cents down for 2 years. Then it went 50 cents up. Then it went 3 cents up. Then it went 8 cents down, and then it went up 42 cents, then it went up 30 cents, and then it went up, and then it dropped again, and then it went up again, and then up again, and then down again, and then, down, and then up again, down again, down again, down again, down again, and then, et cetera, now currently on the 2022 current pricing that they have, they didn't update it yet. It's $3.90 a gallon. Now, the price of bananas are interesting. I know Brother Higgins loves bananas. So in 2000, it was 50 cents a pound. And it stayed 50 cents, nearly in the 50s for a long time, until like 2008 or something. It was like 51 cents and then 50 cents and 49 cents and 51 cents. And then it went up. And then 2022, it's 63 cents a pound. So no, that's the average. But groceries turn up. Price of electricity is good too because between dams and coal generators and oil generation power plants, the average was 8 cents per kilowatt per hour, 0.08 cents. Then it went up. Currently, by this chart, it's 14 cents per kilowatt. I think I'm paying like 24 cents per kilowatt hour. I think that's why my electric bill is so high. But, the point is, if you look at all these charts, which I'll leave you in the comments so you can look at it yourself, it is an interesting here you go. It's an interesting read, I tell you. I mean, that tells you everything about pricing and why pricing is the way it is. I find it to be very interesting. I was actually looking for something else and I came across that. But, the thing is, a lot of people say, oh, well, we voted for Trump because we want cheaper gas. Well, how cheap do you want it? Because I don't think the OPEC guys are going to allow it to be 29 cents a gallon. Or was it 21 cents a gallon? I think it was 21 cents. Cheapest was 17 by that own market. So let's just say I don't think they're going to give it to the American people for 17 cents unless they decide to lower the wages of the American people. They lower the American people's wages. That's a different story. And that is where the American people have to realize that the American people have to discuss the price of so basically the price of fuel is going to go up again. They're going to let it go up. You know why? Because I'll tell you why. It's because no one wants to pay the wages that they want to pay. Yeah, plain and simple. So, in my opinion, it is an interesting history lesson. I mean, look at the price of stuff nowadays. Why is China getting away with making more crap? I'll tell you why. Because Japan decided to stop making 75% of the electronics and thought that companies can send it off to, as you all know, China. Now, I was having a conversation tonight with my father-in-law. Usually he goes round and round and round and round and round about politics. Remember what I said in my last video before we could talk about pricing? He just went on and on and on about how this and that and yada, yada, yada with Donald Trump. Well, it was different tonight. So I said to him, do you know the real reason why Donald Trump became president? He says, no. I said, do you really want to know? He said, yes. I said, I'll tell you why. I said, because a guy I know I said, the reason Donald Trump won was because a guy I knew, right? The guy upstairs. Sorry. The guy that I was talking to last night, I was telling Dad this, as you guys heard, turned around and told me that my Bible is used as a crutch. There is no God, okay? Now, there is a God, and God is literally saying, okay, here's how God sees things, because, I may be wrong, but God can change his tune from time to time. He has a reason for changing it. People don't understand this. So basically, it goes like this, okay? So basically, the guy turns around, right? The guy says, my Bible is a crutch, right? My Bible is not a crutch. So it goes like this, right? Let me turn that down for a second. So basically, I said the reason Donald Trump won wasn't because the American people wanted it. No. The reason Donald Trump won was because the good man upstairs said, and this isn't misinformation here because they're going to say, oh, it's no. The real truth is the big man God upstairs said, no, I'm going to let Donald Trump win. And the American people are going to help. Why? Because the truth is, if you open up your Old Testament Bible and you read 1 Judges, 2 Judges, Samuel 1, Samuel 2, Kings 1, Kings 1, Kings 2, Chronicles 1, and Chronicles 2, it says that the kings in the day of Israel of Israel, some walked in the good ways of God and walked graciously, by the way, walked graciously, and the other ones walked evilly. This country is full of evil and greed. Think about it. You see lying, cheating, stealing. Yeah. I mean, literally, lying for one. All right. Now, I was telling Dad this tonight, okay, that you got too much greed. Look at it from the point of view. A lot of countries, they have good rates, good living wages, good everything. They say this is the land of milk and honey. If this was really the land of milk and honey, then why would the good Lord turn around and literally let people suffer? I mean, look, now I'm an advocate of many people. I know Higgins is on whatever he's on, okay? He's on peanuts, okay? Peanuts, for crying out loud, yet he can't survive. And yet, you got other people barely surviving, too elderly. They have to choose food or medicine or a cardboard box or a little travel trailer or whatever. I mean, think about it from this point of view. The American people literally are getting to see how bad the poor people are of this country. The middle class, maybe the middle class felt like they weren't being spoken to. But what happens in 4 years and the middle class ain't happy? Then what? I'm not going to forecast anything. I'm watching the ride the whole time. I mean, literally, I got people worried about their Social Security. I got people worried about their same-sex marriages. I got people worried about other things. I mean, literally, I got people worried about their property, i.e., a boat. Think about it, people. I'm sitting around minding my own business, and I'm thinking to myself, what in the Sam heck is going on in this? What in the Sam heck is going on in this country when everyone around me? Yeah, so think about it. So basically, actually, again, Higgins is trying to tell me I'm wrong on the numbers. I just gave my data. So technically, you need to read it from the average, because this was average back then wherever you had a gas station, okay? So the average was like 17 cents. So, the point is, he's like, lol, 25 cents per gallon. No, actually, in 1929, it was 31 cents a gallon, and it dropped down during the Great Depression. So technically, again, I'm just going to throw that in the trash. I've not been replying to him. He just likes to poke me, okay? So the lesson here is that truck drivers aren't making what they're making anymore, for one. Secondly, a lot of companies are literally trying to tariff the crap out of things. I mean, look. I mean, if it's made in China, you may be paying more. If it's not made in China, you may be paying less. But there's a lot of people in this country that says, well, I mean, literally, think about it. I mean, the price of everything is through the roof. And as Zoe once said, specialty pricing is my specialty, and no one's going to take that away from me. I mean, literally, I've been watching pricing for a long time. Actually, I was going to go over to the other browser tonight, and I was going to look over some pricing on food, because, when I was talking about reordering food again, food's going to be basically talked about as another thing. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I just saw a thing about Donald Trump losing something or other. Pfft, don't care. I mean, I wish the media wouldn't show me this crap anymore because, frankly, thing is, it's a losing battle. As I told my dad tonight, okay, this is what I told my dad, okay. I told my dad the most important thing in the world, okay, and that was that I'm tired of all the misinformation. That's it. You see, I actually dug up something by mistake and thought, this is a channel to talk about pricing. Why not talk about pricing? Why not talk about pricing? Why not just sit there and say, okay, we're going to be talking about pricing? But no, the old man basically thought it was cool too. He's like, oh, that looks really cool, is what he said. Yeah. And so the point is there he goes. You know what? I'm not gonna even reply to this because he's just trying to basically say he's a know-it-all. That's all he is. He's trying to be the know-it-all kid in the Polar Express. Mr. Know-it-all, would you just leave me alone on my research? Because I've done more research than you. But since he wants to keep poking fun, as some people say, maybe you won't get a Christmas card or a Christmas gift card for Christmas. Maybe he'll get a bag of coal if he keeps this up. Santa ain't happy, okay? Now quit poking the bear, all right? I've already given all the website info right there in the comments. So, the point is price of fuel and price of everything's going up. So you can't just sit there and say, oh, and not to mention, let's just put it this way. You got the unions. The unions literally sit there, right? And they're now afraid that the unions are going to be dismembered. All the mainstream media saying, oh, he hates the unions. He's going to dissolve the unions. Cool. That's great. Because frankly, here's what I say from now on. If he wants to disassemble the unions, let him. Why? Because I don't care. Because frankly, and if Higgins sends me anything about unions, my sarcastic is, I don't care. You know why? Because I don't care because everything I'm reading is utter garbage, okay? And that is why I'm taking the emails that Higgins sends me and going, oh, look, it's trash. Why? Because I'm doing a lesson here. Think of the lesson, okay? The lesson is I've given you the Little Max or the Tidal Max Discovery Center average gas prices through history. Yeah. So think about it from this point of view, preppers. Prices go up, prices go down, prices go up. Yeah. I wouldn't mind having bacon and the pricing of the late 1800s. But then again, you know how much bacon's expensive. Yeah. And a steak. I mean, now look. I mean, why is everything so expensive? I'll tell you why. Because the feed has to be put together, and most of the feed is imported, and then they throw it together. Farmers have to use pesticides and stuff. That stuff and the fertilizers, that's all coming from out of country. So the farmers will get tariffed again. Now, here's how I would fix things, honestly. I would get rid of the mainstream media, all this crap. I would get rid of all the people that is literally not realizing that the mainstream media and the YouTubers are completely deadly wrong. Now, I'm not going to just go spout out name after name after name of left-wing propaganda crap, but it's out there. The left-wing propaganda machine is literally wrong. And I'm going to basically, sooner or later, I'm just going to put someone on ignore mode completely, okay? And that reason is because I've already done the research. It's all there. The thing is, the cost of living hasn't gone up. Okay, think about it. Think about it from, I'm going to use Higgins as an example, okay? The average dollar, let me pull my tablet out again. I love using this. I got to thank Higgins for helping me choose this quad core. All right, the calculator's still in. All right, let's do this. So let's do clear and go. All right, so let's just do it this way. So the average of SSI by my own calculations is $12. So the average SSI, I'm just looking at this, I think it is $9.53. So how the hell does someone on that kind of income live, right? Think about it. Do you really think anyone's going to care? No. I hear all these people say, well, they don't care. They just want to cut it out. They want to cut out Medicaid. I mean, literally, I've never seen anyone in the left-wing media. I've had to do a lot of what do they call, fact checking. And that's just something that's really sad, that I'm fact checking all this information currently because I don't trust the media. I mean, I don't trust these people saying that Vladimir Putin's holding things over Donald Trump's head and saying you will basically do what we say, we made you win the election. Really? Well, where's the proof on it except for some special websites or forums? I don't see anything on it. I mean, literally. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, it is all utterly garbage. Plain and simple. Say again. Mop is doing quite well. He's sleeping on the bed right now. She's asking about Moppy now. I really do like my radio, by the way, but anyways, what I was going to say to you guys is, my point being is I love you all, but price of living is going through, the price of living is going through the roof. The price of jobs or people's work minimum wage. I mean, think about it. In Washington State, they're saying it's like what, $16 or $17 an hour in Seattle. No wonder why the burgers are so expensive. I mean, the further north you go, literally, it's like they're trying to phase out fast food, basically. I mean, I went to a fast food place and they had like a buy one get one on sale at the time. But I'm telling you, it was literally, yeah, it was. Anyways, it's getting up there in age, but I do want to say, the cost of living is not rising fast enough to meet the demands of the goods, and everyone has to work double, triple, or even quadruple to make it up. So it is very unfair that what's going on in this world. So that's why people don't realize the middle class are like, hey, So my thing is this, okay? We're gonna have Donald Trump for 4 years, all right? Let's see what he can do, because if he can't carry out his promises in 4 years' time, I'm going to say, I told you so. Otherwise, there's nothing I can say or do because it's too early in the game. Again, of course, no one knows what's going to happen in 4 years either. For all I know, I could be dead in the ground. Moppy will be with Chloe. Or Moppy could go. And do you really think I'm going to get rid of Mop? Come here, Mop. Baby. Oh, yeah. I'll put you in the bed where you deserve to sleep. Then Mama will do the Bible. Now this, look at this. Now this is the most important. Oh, did I hurt you? Come here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lift you wrong. I love you. Hi. Come here. Oh. You see how cute he is? He's a little Ewok. And he's like, Mama, you woke me up. Now, a lot of you people out there, you've been good to me, and I'm good to you guys. But I'm not going to basically be excited for a guy who's president because I don't know what's going to happen, okay? The truth is, I'm not going to waste my time, everyone. Wasting my time on frivolous information. That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to turn on mainstream media if I don't have to. And I'm going to kill every one of my subscriptions, the things that relate to right wing and left wing. I don't care. I don't want to know. That's what I'm asking. I don't want to know because, as I told my father-in-law tonight, I don't feel like wanting to know. Why don't I want to know? I'll tell you why. Because it sucks. You got a guy like Brother Higgins who's turning around and trying to poke me still. Doesn't he realize I don't want to be harassed or poked? I mean, literally, come on, man. Why can't you give it up? I mean, literally. So you claim I'm a bad loser. I'm not a bad loser. But as I told my father-in-law, I'm tired of the bullshit. You got one side trying to ram it down every Democrat's mouth. Here's the problem with the whole damn situation on the lessons here, okay? You got people saying, oh, you don't know anything. Oh, you should die. Oh, you should go to hell. You should. The truth of the matter is, he's so cute. The truth of the matter is I'm not a sore loser. What I am is a woman who's not going to be told who I am, what I am, or having people say, oh, well, the Democrats didn't defend me. The Democrats don't defend me. They don't defend anyone. I mean, look, how many times have I told Brother Higgins this whole SSI thing? Oh, they're going to pass it. They're going to pass it. I heard that 3 years ago and 2 years ago. Where's the bill? I'd like to see them pass the SSI $20,000 savings program bill. I'd love to see it. Even my sister said she'd love to see it, but they're not going to pass it because they don't want to pass anything. They want the title of senator or the ex-congressman. Hello, Congressman Higgins. How are you today? Oh, I'm fine. Ex-congressman. They still call him congressman. I mean, I'm poking Higgins for a second, but truthfully, truth is, no one cares. That's the thing. I don't care about the media because I told Dad tonight, the media confuses me. Literally, I don't need to have someone send me 50 videos about Ashley Babbitt hopping through a window and then someone explaining to me what happened. No, I saw the videos myself, okay? Right now, I don't care about January 6th. What I care about is being left alone. I mean, literally, I got enough problems as is. Now, let me tell you what's irritating me also, besides someone trying to ram it down my throat every damn day about, whatever. Yeah. The only thing I do need to go through is the email in my trash can for something else. There's one email I need to save only because I need to save it. So I am not replying to anyone because, frankly, I don't want to reply. Oh, I guess my email is not working yet again. It's like, yeah, you see that? So apparently my email is not working now. Go figure. You see, what the hell, man? So apparently my email program is unresponsive. Let's see. Can I actually do Control-Alt-Delete? No. Won't even let me go into my Control-Alt-Delete. Oh, wow. It just froze the entire operating system up. Isn't that interesting? Wow. Yeah, Control-Alt-Delete doesn't even work. Hey, look at this. It won't even turn off. Wow. Higgins must have hacked into my computer. Wow. Wow, wasn't that amazing, everyone? So I made a joke about Higgins hacking the computer. As you can see, I'm using the other camera because apparently, somehow, I don't know what happened to the memory, all right? So don't worry about it. So let me see where my computer is. Chloe's on the radio, and I want to get out of here. Say again, I'm about to be done with YouTube. So, anyways, just to be funny here, Higgins did not hack me, okay? I have a feeling Higgins will email me and say something stupid like, well, with 32 gigs of RAM on board, the computer hasn't been restarted in days, so technically the memory could be clogged. And I didn't reset it because I always leave that computer always on. So the memory plugged up. These ones I usually turn off at night, but that one, it could also be the hard drive is basically getting slower and slower as it's almost 5 years old and it's a spinning drive. I have all the parts for it. I just haven't been willing to pay the guy to install the new drives. I'm starting to think SSDs are the way to go anyways, but anyways, I had to make the joke about Higgins hacking. He never hacked it. It's just I have a feeling as a computer thing, it just froze because, I had the memory was full. And frankly, the video was going too long, and I did a video earlier, then I got off, then I got back on. So, the thing is, like I said, everything happens for a reason, everyone. I love all of you. And I just thought I'd throw that in there about Higgins. He's not a hacker. Now, my computer, of course, I don't know what's wrong with it. So apparently it's just showing the load screen of what brand the computer is still. So anyways, like I said, I better get going so I can go back to reading Thessalonians 1 and then unwinding for the night, reading my Bibles, and then I don't know. I got to finish Revelations up again, too. I just need to find out. A lot of people are saying, oh, we're in Revelations now. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Jesus comes down, smites everyone, and says, you're all going to hell. That would be cool. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I would, I know we're not going to go to hell. It's God's job to judge us all. But still, like I said, the good Lord's very unhappy with us all because, frankly, he's unhappy because, well, you know how it is. So to me, it is what it is. Thank God we 75-mile-per-hour winds. We should be lucky we still have electricity. So we get more windstorms than anyone else. So anyways, I better let you guys go so I can actually prepare just in case power goes out. Highly unlikely, but it could. So anyways, with that said, everyone, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit the like, subscribe button. Wholesome fun for your family, including your dogs or cats or bunnies or service dogs or service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button. Keep the comments nice on what you ask. Thank you, and God bless you and everything you do.